Hey guys, this is Ben the Guy for bringing you another episode of Let's Play Pokemon FireRed. In the last part I went through the Seafoam Islands and caught Articuno, and in this part I'm going to be doing some stuff on Cinnabar Island. The first thing I want to do is actually come into the Pokemon Center, and that's not what I wanted to do. Maybe come up here? I know there's something to do with the Pokemon Center here. I know there's something there. Maybe I have to go to the Pokemon Mansion first. The door to the gym is locked. You can't go in there until you do more. Route 21 is up this way. Alright, I'll explore a bit. Not the mansion yet. Let's see. Here we go. Let's come in here. So, this is a lab, and they say that people bring them rare Pokemon for examination. And if you have a Raichu that you don't want for whatever reason, you can trade it for that guy's electrode. That guy's telling you about Pokemon fossils. This person will trade you a Tangela for a Venonat. Tangela's actually, I think that's a pretty good trade. Tangela's pretty cool. Pure grass type. Teach you Metronome. It'll pick any move at random and your Pokemon will use it. It can be any move regardless of which Pokemon uses Metronome. And this is the best room in this place. There's a PC you can use over here. And you'll see why you can use it very shortly. He's an important doctor and he studies fossils, and you can give him the fossil that you got in Mount Moon, and you can give them the fossil and they will revive it. That person will trade Ponyta for a Seal, but we haven't seen Ponyta yet. So all you have to do to get your Pokemon resurrected is to leave the building and then come back. And along with that, there is a Pokemon fossil that I did not bother to get yet. And to be honest, I just completely forgot about it. You can get it as soon as you have Cut. So we're back in Pewter City now. It's been a long time since we were here. If you come around to the back of the museum, you can cut down this tree. And then come in here. And hi. Yes, I know what Amber is. I think these scientists don't tell us anything important. Oh, he'll teach you Seismic Toss, which does damage equal to the level of the Pokemon that uses it. And this person will give you the old Amber. And we can take that to the same Pokemon lab that I was just at. So, I will be off to that same room and I will actually meet you there. Okay, I'm back and I've deposited a couple Pokemon. He's saying you're late, and he'll give you a Kabuto, which I'll examine in a moment, after I also give him the old Amber. This fossil of Aerodactyl, which is a fantastic Pokemon. So, I will... Actually, you might just be able to exit and re-enter the room. I'm not sure it's the building itself. Yes, you just have to exit the room. So they'll give you an Aerodactyl. And let's take a look at my new Pokemon. They both come at level 5. Kabuto is a Rock Water type. And it starts off with just Scratch and Harden. At level 40, it will evolve into Kabutops. So it has a very late evolution level, but if you get it there, it's a pretty good Pokemon. As you can see, its physical attack is a little bit higher. And then you have Aerodactyl, a rock flying type, and look at that speed at level 5. Aerodactyl, you would think a flying rock wouldn't be that fast, but it is one of the fastest Pokemon there is. And it starts off with Wing Attack, which is a very good move for level 5. So if you don't have a flying type, or you just want a rock type or something, I can certainly recommend Aerodactyl. But I've got Kathleen, so I don't need that. So I'm going to go back into the PC and switch Pokemon with what I've got. Lapras was there. Actually, I think I need a Kabuto on Pokemon Black, so I might do the necessary transfers to get that there. But now I'm going to head off to Pokemon Mansion, which I also want to get done in this video, so I will meet you guys in there. Okay, this is Pokemon Mansion, and this place has a story to tell. And there are 4 hidden items here. We'll see if I can manage to pick those up. There are new Pokemon here. One is Coughing, and the other is Grimer. You can also find their evolved forms. You can find Coughing's evolved form Wheezing if you're playing FireRed, and you can find Grimer's evolved form Muck if you are playing Leaf Green. And I think we've already found Ditto, so yeah, that's all. I don't think there are any trainers in here in Generation 3. Nope, there are, but I'll get to them when I come to it. There's also 4 hidden items here: a Max Revive, a Rare Candy, a Moonstone, and an Elixir. All the other items will be in plain sight. So let's just move forward a bit. I won't go up those stairs yet. Here's our first item, an escape rope, so if you get lost, somehow you can use that to get out. Here's a statue, and all of those, I believe that's like a Bootop statue, maybe? And all of those will have secret switches. So, this guy thinks you're a ghost when you startle him, which gives us our first hint as to what this place, the history of this place, rather. It's very interesting, and if I do miss any of the story of this area, I will mention it. But if I'm lucky, I'll find all of the journal entries that are scattered about the mansion. And I've been intimidated twice, but since I'm using Flamethrower, Intimidate doesn't bother me. And there are several floors to this place, by the way. But it doesn't matter which. On the first, second, and third floor, the encounter rates are all the same, and in the basement they're slightly different, but still the same Pokemon. Thought I'd go ahead and mention that. And Valoo has grown to level 43. As I said between the 2 videos, I was going to train my Pokemon against all the swimmers between here and Fuchsia. So, if my levels look quite a bit higher, that would of course be the reason why. And I was actually wrong. Shiva goes up here. Alright. So if I encounter any of the poison types here, Mr. Mime's a good choice. You can see that door is open now because I flipped the switch, and that opens up a protein. I really should be using these vitamins, but I really don't think about them all that much. And I'm pretty sure that door is open regardless of whether you flip the switch. So if I flip it again, I should be able to get down there. I made a very big mistake my first time in FireRed. I thought that Psyduck was the worst Pokemon ever, because I trained it up till it got Confusion, and then I brought it here to train it against the Coughings and such. And of course, since Psyduck is a water type, it wasn't getting the same type attack bonus from any of that. And I was trying to train it up just over and over again, and it just wasn't good. And then once it evolved to Golduck, it got a whole bunch of special attacks, so it seemed a lot better. But in actuality, it's not a bad Pokemon. It's just not part Psychic type, so those moves aren't as strong as its water types. But anyway, this guy's a burglar, and for for what its original purpose was, this place is completely abandoned. And the journal entries that we find will make that crystal clear. And this area was actually shown in one episode. Well, this area itself wasn't shown in the Pokemon anime, but it was alluded to. And it is shown in the beginning of the first Pokemon movie. And if you remember the first Pokemon movie, which was a fantastic movie, by the way, I have it on VHS tape. Ooh. But anyway, if you remember that, then you probably have already figured out what this place is. But if I can get out of this battle and stop being smoke screened, I'll be able to show everyone what this place is. So, burglars tend to carry a lot of money with them, which is so kind of them. They steal from this place and I steal from them. Here's a zinc, which is special defense, maybe? I don't know. I've got all these items. Yeah, special defense. I'll probably use those off screen or something. So the guys that look like scientists might very well be burglars. Why not? I'll use the zinc. I don't know. I don't care. My stats are going to be more than high enough because I'm so over leveled. Is this one of the floors that has a hidden item? No, it is not. I have to go up another one. Diary, July 5th, Guyana, South America. A new Pokemon was discovered deep in the jungle. So, Pokemon research, perhaps? See if we can find another journal. And I need to flip the switch to access the rest of this floor. I'll head actually back down to do that. Or, I can just flip the switch right here. So that should open up the area down here to another journal entry. July 10th. We christened the newly discovered Pokemon Mew. Ah, so that's where Mew was discovered. Mew is the 151st Pokemon, which Nintendo, of course, eventually knew about it, but when when Red and Blue were being created, or I suppose Red and Green, Shigeki Morimoto, who is a big guy in all the Pokemon games, he actually created Mew and decided to stick it in the game without telling anyone. And then years later, people discovered it, or a little while later, people discovered it, and Nintendo's like, oh, well, send in your game and we'll give out some Mews. So that's how Mew was discovered. How Mew was created and discovered in the games. February 6th, Mew gave birth. We named the newborn Mewtwo. So, what we know about this mansion thus far is that this is where Mewtwo was born, I suppose. They're calling it born. I think it was created more, but we'll get to that. More journal entries to come. And, of course, I get confused. If I don't get my accuracy dropped, I get confused. If I don't get confused, then something else is gonna happen. Of course, I'm not going to do much in confusion, because Mr. Mime's attack is not fantastic, though neither is his physical defense. Hurrah! And now Ninetales is also confused. It's just a big confusion fest. And one more hit and I can be done. I have never been fond of this area, by the way. I've never enjoyed doing the Pokemon Mansion. But it is necessary. Because you can't get into the gym on this island until you find the key in here. So, there's not anything else I can get to there, so I have to push that secret switch again, and use the staircase up here to come back up to that floor. This is the 3rd floor, by the way. So there is a hidden item on this floor. There's an iron, which is found at the end. And I think down there is where the hidden item is. You can't get past those rocks, and I keep on trying to press the secret switch twice. Huh, doorbell. But someone else will get it. I think it's food. But not my food. At least not today. So, Mr. Mime, since Magnemite is part steel type, it will resist the psychic moves, but it's still just a Magnemite, so I should be able to take it down fairly quickly. Though Spark almost always paralyzes. And I still don't have a paralyzed heal or a full heal or anything to take care of that. Isn't that wonderful? Critical hit? Jeez. And I'll take that Night Magnemite. Please level up. Awesome. And Mr. Mime is going to learn Psychic. Have I used Barrier at all? I don't think I have. I'm gonna get rid of Barrier. Loses physical defense sharply, but this way I have a powerful Psychic type move, and I have a move if I just get if I want to try and confuse them at the same time. I know Blue is not actually next up in the lineup, but when fighting steel types, I just feel like Flamethrower is the way to go. Of course, if I had a ground type move, it would be 4 times super effective. But since I don't, and Voltorb is not part of steel type, so I'll send in Anton. And I actually have a move to teach the Anton, which I will do after this battle, I guess. So go ahead and Razor Leaf. Oh, so close. Rollout is such an annoying move. It didn't do much there, but if I let it keep going, it will get stronger each turn. Until the 5th turn, when it will max out and no longer get stronger. Use Razor Leaf just as more accurate than Cut. And Anton getting boosted 1090 experience. So I'll switch back up the order of my Pokemon, and then I will teach Anton a new move that I've been saving for him. Hello, Jupiter. Okay, so coming into my bag, I'll go over to the TMs, and at the end of the Fuchsia Gym, I got Toxic, and I was thinking about who to teach it to. Eventually, even though all 6 can learn it, I decided I would teach it to Anton in place of Poison Powder. So, just a better poison type move, more accurate and everything. So, machine set, and Anton learned Toxic. Fantastic. And there's my first hidden item is at the end of this hallway. There's a rare candy. And there's steps down here. I'll take those first, though. To get to the end of the area, you do need to drop off a certain one of those blank spaces there. Here's an HP up. And I don't think any of the hidden items are on this floor, are they? No, they're all on the ground floor or the 3rd floor. And that's the only thing you can come down here for, the HP up. I should be able to actually get to the, right, I forgot, the max potion is in the south, or the max revive is in the southwest of this floor. So I'm gonna run back and grab that real quick. Because you can't buy those. It's somewhere in this room, I know. isn't it? If I could remember where the max potion is, I know it's supposed to be right next to that. I could have sworn it was in this room. I've used the item finder all around. Well, I guess I'm technically lost. Anyway, I need to push that switch again to get up here. Nope. Need to push it again. That's the most annoying part of this place, all the switch pushing. Need to remember which doors they open and which doors they close. Get those mixed up and you will get lost. So I need to open this one to get down there. And I'll just drop off this one first. I'm not sure that this one does anything. Oh, lucky guess. So this guy's telling you that there shouldn't be anyone here. And he actually is a scientist. And I could test out Toxic, but I think a couple of Razor Leafs will be enough to take out Electrode. Especially if it decides to use only Sonic Boom. Since 20 HP is really not that big a deal at this point of the game. So Electrode is down. And this is next Pokemon. A Weezing. Now that's not a good matchup for Anton. That's not a good matchup for Kathleen either, really. Because Weezing's got that great physical defense. So I'll just send in Shiva to take it out quick. I'm telling you, I really, really hate this place. Anything hidden there? Nope, but here's an item in plain view. Carbos. That door will take you back outside, I think. Which is not what we want yet. I don't need a lemonade, I want a Master Repel. Oh. Thought I saw a Repel. Wear off. Let's see what this one says. September 1st. Mewtwo is far too powerful. We have failed to curb its vicious tendencies. Vicious tendencies, huh? That sounds like bad things. Well, with that, I don't think it's quite big of a level difference. And Cut won't do all that much because of the Intimidate. So I will switch out. And since Intimidate doesn't work when you bring in a Pokemon, Wing Attack will do plenty. And Takedown, the recoil will take itself out. So no worries there. Is next Pokemon Fire type too? Yes, Ponyta. If we could catch this Pokemon from him, we'd be able to trade it. But Ponyta for the Seal is a terrible trade. Since you can find seals in abundance in the Seafoam Islands. But I suppose if you never want to go back there again and you didn't catch a seal the first time, I guess that'd work. So there are definitely items here. Here's a full restore. And I have to flip this switch. It will close that room above me, but it'll open up the left one so you can still get out. And my Pokemon is, not my Pokemon, my computer is using its screensaver a lot. Don't know why. Oh wow, pan up much? Jeez. I was not expecting to get into a battle right there. You know what, I'll just use Razor Leaf. I would use Toxic, but Poison... Steel is completely immune to poison. So, no matter how much I might want to, I can't use Toxic on it. I mean, I could use Sleep Powder, but a couple Razor Leafs is going to take it out anyway. Don't see a reason to inflict the status. And Electrode. There's always the danger of self-destructing when facing an Electrode or Voltorb or Actually, a lot of Pokemon have the danger of using self-destruct on you. But Electrode won't unless I get it to really low health. Since it's trainer controlled. Slightly smarter than the ones I found in the power plant. And Anton grew to level 43. So if nothing else, I'm at least getting some pretty good experience in here. A few Pokemon have already leveled up. Not the bag yet. I still have Max Spell up. Alright, so only 2 Pokemon left to get up to level 43. And 4-7, so after Valoo. And I'm pretty sure this key is close to here. Here's TM14, which is Blizzard. I think there's an item hidden in this room over here. Ha! It was right this time. Maybe down? Okay. Right near here. There you go, an elixir. And I have to flip the switch to advance. Who wouldn't push the secret switch? And right here is the secret key, which will open up the gym. So now all I have to do is get out of here. There's TM22 Solar Beam. And there are a few more items in here, and maybe another journal entry or two. Of course, I do have a list of the journal entries, so I can check that. See if I forgot any of them. Nope, there's only the 4 journals. So I read them all. And in the proper order, too. That was fortunate. I'm not sure I've ever gotten them in the proper order before. I need to switch to exit. Hi, this place is so annoying. But I want to get at least a Moonstone on screen, so I know where it's hidden. Because there are 4 Pokemon that evolve through Moonstone use, and 4 Moonstones can be found in this game. I guess I can exit and then go back in. That might be the fastest way to get back to where I can drop down. Is that switch flipped? Yes. And here we go again with flipping switches. I promise the next part will be more exciting than this. I just hate this place so much. And now I have to flip another switch to get down to where I can drop off those platforms. So if you go off the second one here instead of the first one, you will end up right here, which is a place we've already been. I'm so confused. This place makes no sense to me. It wouldn't be a big deal, but there's only 4 Moonstones, and I decided at the beginning of this LP that I was going to show where all 4 were. It's on this floor somewhere, that much I know. There's a Growlithe, which I spent all that time trying to catch before, and I found 1 Pokemon in here, and that's what it happens to be. Okay, so, looking it up, in a pile of rubble on the west side of the main foyer is where the Moonstone is. Main foyer would be the entryway. I know my words. It's over here, somewhere. Right there. Okay, I found the moonstone at least. There's... I'd like to find the max revive, but it's really not that big a deal. I don't think I'll actually need any. So if you've been following along, I have one moonstone with me. But I will go to the Pokemon Center real quick. Especially before the next part. Actually, let me check the map real quick. Okay, that's not the place where I go to do what I intended to do originally in this video. But if I go to the PC, and I go to my items, and I'm actually going to deposit a bunch of items. Because, well, while it may not seem like it, you do actually have a limit to how many items you can carry with you at any given time. I don't need the experience share. I might use this eventually, but right now, I'm very clearly am not. Except for the one I accidentally used. Don't have any Pokemon with me that evolved through Waterstone. I haven't used that Pokédoll yet. I'm not preventing anyone from evolving. I don't like using rare candies at all. I'll use those at the end. Okay, that's most of my items that I didn't want with me. And as you can see, if you actually look in here, all 4 moonstones have been found. So with that, I'm going to end off this episode. And in the next part, I'll be heading into the Cinnabar Gym. So I will see you guys then.